Rise and shine, roommates. It's your girl, Cecilia Turner. And this morning, I'm here with Cecilia. She goes to Brookdale. Right now, she's studying journalism. And today, we're speaking about the epidemic, handling school during the epidemic, and much more. How are you doing today?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. A little bit about journalism. Tell me what you like about it. Tell me what you don't.
So what I like about it is going out, talking to people, asking them about different topics, and then writing. But I don't feel like that's very much for me, so I'm gonna change that once I transfer. I want to be more like editing and all of that stuff, more into like the TV producing and all of it.
So speaking about school, getting more into that topic, the pandemic literally cut us in half.
Is it?
When we woke up, we were literally online in school.
Yeah.
How have you been working with that?
It was really hard at the beginning because for me, I learned more in the classroom with classmates around me, and because I can ask questions directly to the professor or to my classmates, and being online is just one person talking, and then you can't really ask anything directly, so it was hard for me to learn. I did pass all of my classes, but I really didn't like it.
Yeah.
It's just not for me.
So being president of PTK and having all these things in your head during school, what kind of information or what kind of inspiration can you give to other people, such as myself? Because like other people, it was hard doing online school, and it's just not for me. So what kind of inspiration can you give to other people to encourage them for the year coming up?
Just look at the big picture. Don't stay in like, oh my God, I'm struggling right now. Just look at the future. Like this is gonna be something that's gonna work for me.
Explain to me the process of moving to America without your parents, trying to get into the groove of things and learning our culture, and looking at it now. Would you rather go back or do you like it?
So,
and excuse me, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And just let everybody know where you're from.
Yeah, so a little background. I was born here in the United States almost 23 years ago. Then when I was 8, I moved with my parents and my brother to Mexico. We stayed there for 10 years, all 4 of us together. And then about 4 years ago, in 2016, I came back here to the United States by myself. I did it because I was not doing anything with my life in Mexico. I was not going to school. Nobody wanted to hire me over there. So I was just like, what am I going to do? Am I just going to get married with anyone who's crossing the street, have children? No, I don't want that for my life. So I'm like, I have the opportunity. I'm a U.S. citizen. I can go there, maybe start working. If I really want to keep on going to school, I'll go to school. And that's what I did. It was hard because I left my parents behind. I left my brother. I left my whole family lives over there. I came here with my aunt and my cousin. They have helped me a lot. But yeah, it was very, very hard process because not only I transitioned once when I was younger. I did it twice, and I did it again. But it was easy because I had a support. Sorry. I had the support of my aunt and my cousin, and also I had the support of my parents, who were there like just saying, "Keep on going, you can do this," and yeah.
And being a classmate, or not even classmate, just a student next to you going to work out, I'm pretty sure they're very proud of you because you are motivated. You work very hard, and you're very organized. You're like, I gotta be here, but I'm gonna do this first. So I definitely give you a lot of credit. We're gonna go right back to, I should say, school during COVID-19 and the overnight shift pandemic. Okay, so on Instagram and on Snapchat, you have shared with everybody what you have been doing during the pandemic. I literally just called you and still will ever forever call you the female handymanity. You have created tables, you have painted, you have done a lot of things. What is the motivation behind that other than being bored? And what things do you learn just by doing that?
So when I was back in Mexico, my dad always taught me to do everything by myself because being a woman, you don't have to, like if you know how to do stuff, you're not going to have to be waiting for a man to help you do it. Like if you want to move something heavy, you have to learn how to do it by yourself. If you want to paint a wall, you have to learn how to do it by yourself and not wait for a man to help you with that.
Okay,
so that's why I'm like, I'm a woman, yeah, but I can do this stuff. I'm not less than a man. They're equal, and if I want, I can be more. So that's part of the motivation. I also like I get bored a lot of time. So like, what am I gonna do now? Like I saw in my closet, I had like an empty space on the top of it, and I'm like, looks so unorganized. I need to fix it. So I just went to, was it like Home Depot or Lowe's? I don't even remember. And I went and bought some wood, and I just made a shelf. I'm like, that's it. I could keep everything organized, and it was so cool. I had so much fun with that. With it was not tables. It was benches. At work, they were gonna get rid of them.
Okay.
So I'm like, just give them to me. I can use them for the backyard. And they were all like brownish, like they were old. I'm like, I'm gonna upgrade this. And my aunt wanted them to be gray. I'm like, don't worry, I got this. So I sanded them and I painted them gray, and they're over there. They love them. Everyone loves them.
Really? See, sanded. I'm like, wait, I thought you would just have to paint. So you actually did your research on this.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm proud of you. I need a chair here. If your child's giving them away, paint them purple and bring them here.
I'll do it. I love doing it. Also because I like helping.
Yeah.
That's what I do for PTK. We do a lot of service stuff. I like helping everyone. I like helping others. PTK also stands for Pi Theta Kappa. It's an international honor society for the community colleges. And we have 4 hallmarks, which are leadership, service, fellowship, and scholarship. I think, yeah. So for service, we just serve our community and our school. So I believe this year we're going to go to like a land and remove native species, bring some wildlife to the land.
Do you have to get involved with the club to get involved with the help?
So there are requirements to be part of that honor society. You have to go to a community college. It doesn't matter which one.
Well, not the honor society. The honor
as a whole,
society
to do the service.
Yeah, just that service.
You don't have to be part of PTK to do service. You can just come up to us and be like, hey, I want to help. I want to do service. I want to do this. Because doing service, serving your community, you can put on your resume, and that looks good.
Yeah.
So you can just come up to us and be like, hey, I want to get involved. I know I may not fulfill the requirements, but I still want to help.
Right.
And you can just go up.
And it doesn't just look good. I'm pretty sure it feels good as well.
It feels so good, too.
Speaking about community help, everybody that sits at my show, we have to have a conversation about change, what we see and what we want to see, and how will we do it. So right now, we're going to take a few minutes to speak about change, either in our community or in our world. I think we should talk about women empowerment today. We definitely brought it in when we spoke about the building. So how do you think the world views women as of now today?
Well, it depends on the community you're living in and around who is around you. I feel like where I come from, women are the ones who have to stay home, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
And I know many of us don't like that either. So I feel like we have to show ourselves we have to show what we are capable of, and that's how they're going to see us. That's how everyone's going to see us.
Right. And I definitely agree with that. As women, I feel like, just like you said, I really think it just is how you present yourself. And I'm not saying it's always a woman's fault, because I feel like a woman should be able to dress however they want and still be respected no matter what they wear.
Yeah.
Now, as we face a new problem in the world, such as, racism and injustice, I feel like woman empowerment fits in just as well.
Exactly.
What is the type of change that has yet to come for us? Like, for me, I believe in the workplace. I know I'm not saying this probably happens at your restaurant, but working at a restaurant, I feel like the way that men speak around women and the way they refer to women and the way they think it's okay to speak about sexual topics or add sexual things to a woman that they think is okay or pleasing, I feel like that should definitely change in the workplace. From a woman's point of view, and I'm only saying this because I actually just left a job of mine, simply because they didn't see me as a woman. And not, when I say like didn't see me as a woman, they didn't see my rights of who I am. What are your views on that?
So it's not to call out on anyone, but there's a lot of sexism at work, and I feel like in every field of whatever place you work at, because they feel like you can't do what they do. But if you prove them wrong, then they're gonna recognize you as it's supposed to be. So I feel like that's what happens with me. Like, they don't see, like, I'm able to do stuff that they do, but when I do it, they're like, oh, okay, now what? But if a man does it, they're like, oh yeah, he can do it, so that's perfect.
Yeah.
So that's something that happens a lot. I feel like it happens a lot.
Yeah. Backing up off of the woman and just speaking about change as a whole, I believe that our generation is the next generation to a different movement. I don't, not to put a lot of light or a lot of pressure or just even a lot of hope on our generation, but I feel like we have a generation to mark a history book, especially when it comes to change, because I feel like it can be black, white, Hispanic, no matter. I feel like everybody has a struggle that they're going through nowadays. And I feel like if we all come together and realize it, it might just be a little bit better. So what's your view on today's issues when it comes to change?
I feel like, as you said, everyone struggles, but we don't see that. I like it from a different community. The one that's struggling, the other one is not going to see it. So we just have to like get on each other's shoes to understand what each community is going through.
Right.
But I feel like to get there, it's going to be hard. It's going to take a long time, but I feel like we are going to get there one day.
Is there anything that you want to put forward, a message out to anybody that's listening right now to commit to a change?
Just maybe for 1 minute, 1 hour a day or anything, do your research and try to understand what other communities are going through or other races, other ethnicities are going through. Try to understand what their struggles have been. Just get on their shoes. Understand them, because that's how you're going to...
Speak to them personally. Give first-hand information.
That too, yeah. You have to understand really what other people is going through so you can learn from them.
I definitely agree. We are reaching the end of the show. I'm so happy to speak to you with you.
Thank you too.
And we are now entering the end of the show. And I'm so happy to have you here. And I'm glad we got to have this interview. I definitely believe that we put some viewpoints on the table. We are going to announce our change challenge, guys. Our change challenge this week is to go out, buy a pack of masks, buy 1 bottle of hand sanitizer, and then try to find little packs of travel bottles. So you can place a hand sanitizer, and you can get them from the dollar store. I know they have the travel packs of 5. Give you 5 bottles of hand sanitizer. Next, you will need plastic bags as well, little sandwich bags will work, along with a box of gloves. This should be less than $10. $10 of change should be nothing to you guys. So you put them all in a bag, your gloves, a mask, and hand sanitizer, and you hand them out. So whoever you see that doesn't have a mask or hand sanitizer, this will enforce change and help the pandemic go away. We do not want to spend another school year in the house. Recently, 20 kids caught COVID just from going to a party. So imagine you seeing them at a store, able to hand them the bags that you have provided for them and to stop the cause of COVID-19. So I challenge you to create 5 bags of gloves, hand sanitizer, and masks. Hand them out and be the change we want to be. Thank you, Cecilia.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Of course. And until next time, roommates, it's your girl, LaStacia Turner.